So again, the spherical shape, the circle here is the outer edge, and again it's not a perfect circle because it's showing a little bit of the divots all along the outside section there. So you can get that piece or part. Sorry, I set that over there. And then again, trying to find the elliptical shapes, and once I find the center of the circle, when it's practically, or the middle for the first divot that's in there, then I have a center line here, so I'm trying to match that across, and as I do it I'm trying to shade it at the same time, slightly. And the second row of these divots is almost like a brick pattern where it's alternated, so I'm going to try to sketch it out. And it gives you a little practice, fine motor control. Make it large enough so that you can see what you're doing. And making that circle, so I'm still trying to have them slowly wrap around, and if it gets too far, don't hesitate. Use the kneaded eraser as needed and find that elliptical shape. So here's the distance, and you can see some of them are closer together on different designs, and some get farther apart. And I touched it in there. I might re-sketch some of this. Slowly, as it wraps around, you're starting to see the change in the shape. So it's a very simple but complicated pattern to try to reproduce. As it gets to these edges, that's where the entire ellipse kind of elongates itself. But give yourself a couple sketches as you're making that elliptical shape there. Okay. Now as it wraps itself around, again it's the inverted, here's two, it's got the third one in the middle, and these all line up on a segment. So if you can set yourself a guideline, I'm going to sketch this over a little bit. You know, place in your elliptical guideline and then just let them all match up there, so it's almost like lettering. I'm trying to simulate that. And then here, so start one of them, and then give yourself a guideline to help you. And just be consistent from the reference to your drawing. Another one. When it gets to the edge, you can see where it changes the contour of the outer surface there. Okay, so once you get it, then lay out those circles or the divots, try to find the ones that have the most shadow and be consistent right through that part. So fine there. Like I said, it's a simple looking drawing, but then pretty complicated as it goes in, so I'm just going to heavy up. This part. And again, the texture is just as subtle as the shading, so as it wraps itself around, it's coming around, then it's going to reverse itself if you have it going the right way. Gets a little crazier down here. Now it's going in the reflected light, so kind of drawing these, then I'll shade over the top just to show the edges as they work. Okay, so now the light's coming from this direction. Here's the part that's going to be in shadow. And this part as it goes into the depths. So I'm just kind of drawing right over the part I just shaded. It's kind of subtle. Different slew of techniques here. It's just a matter of going through a couple of them to darken that section again. So even if you go too heavy with the shading, it doesn't matter, you'll draw right over the top of it. So don't worry about it. And the pattern kind of helps with the overall feel of the drawing, so it makes it very easy. then if you can, the one that's closest to you with these divots, like really focus on that one and make the shadows and the ellipses really good, and then do the surrounding ones, and it'll give the illusion that all the rest are correct. And it'll give you that. So again, even though it's a close-up of the picture, as it fades away, the light of it shows up a little better. It gives you that kind of a look. And then take a look, if you've used a template for the outline, just go back in and see that it's kind of dark, and then it fades where it shows another elliptical shape. So it kind of varies that contour very subtly. I think I just made it. And the opposite side of this has a little bit of a tone to it as well. And then when you get the idea of the logo, same idea, try to wrap it around two baselines. So here's a baseline trying to wrap the elliptical shape around. Here's the height line. And see if I can't create graphic. So just by placing that on there, see if I can't illustrate this, going in and out of the divots. Logo in there like that.